Yo, let me have you do something real quick. Go ahead and do me a favor and open up your video game library, whether it's on PC or console. Okay, now let's take a look. Oh, nice. You've got quite the library there. But I see you still haven't beaten that one, or that one right there too. Don't worry, I think we've all got them. The unfinished games. The list of games we plan to come back to eventually, right? I know I've been totally guilty of buying a new game and only playing it for a solid couple of hours to never touch it again. And a lot of these games are good even. I think there's a multitude of reasons that make up the art of not finishing a game. There's an endless wave of worthwhile games available. Way too much to play with way too little time. I'm assuming a majority of people who've been or are watching my videos aren't children, so yeah. But I think it's just natural that as we get older, we start losing more of our free time to other things, such as a job. Going to work in the morning and getting off in the evening takes up a majority of your day, not to mention how tired you feel getting home. School, family, relationships, they all eat up your time, which leaves you with only a few hours to play a game and do it all again tomorrow. One moment, you're playing games with the boys till the sun rises, another, you're just hoping you've got time to play for an hour. It's even more difficult to make time for story games, which can be a quick bite-sized game or a genuine time investment. JRPGs are known for taking hours to complete because of their long stories. Like, playing a Persona game can feel like it takes an actual year to finish, which can make it feel all the more rewarding when the credits roll, but not a lot of people have the time to sink into it, incentivizing people to just watch a playthrough of the game on YouTube instead. I personally feel like watching a playthrough or video of a game isn't the same as playing it, but I can't hold that against anyone for not having the time to play. So a real example that happened to me recently was when I tried out Xbox Game Pass on PC. I was able to try out so many games that I had been meaning to try over the years. After the first couple of weeks, I immediately started to see myself just downloading game after game. I didn't even play some of them. I kept saying, I'll get to it soon. It's a damn vicious cycle, honestly. I figure I play a ton of the games to create some videos about the ones that stood out to me. Problem was, I needed to fully play them first. I'd have to say it's due to not having any accountability to make sure I got my money's worth. Game Pass is just such a good deal. I mean, $10 a month for a catalog of games is a fucking steal in my opinion. Question is, if you've got the time and interest to make it worth it. I do think money can be a factor that plays into it as well. When you were a kid, it felt like the greatest thing in the world to get a new game. Now it's just easier to buy games since we make our own disposable income. First you're like, sweet, a new indie game for $10. Then you're like, shit, I just bought my 5th indie game for another $10. It can be addicting, so ease up on the spending and limit yourself to a few new games a year. On the other hand, if you don't have spare change for new games, you're able to get the most out of the ones you do. Or perhaps your interest in the game has changed. Maybe you've reached a part in the game that slows down the pace, making it a grind to continue. I say take it with a grain of salt because everyone has a different experience with grinding. For some, it's boring doing a repetitive task, but for others, they may see it as just playing the game. It's not that you don't like the games, it's just that you follow the wrong high. Buying new shiny games, getting in on the hype, enjoying the first hours that are usually more easy and more magical. Then after you've satisfied your itch, you're back chasing for the next new experience. Just try researching more before buying and you'll find yourself having fun and actually completing games. It's difficult to not see everyone around you talking about the hype of a game releasing and not hop on the bandwagon. It took one of my friends about 4 years to finally beat Skyrim. Back then, I wondered why it was taking him so long to beat it, but it also made me wonder why I didn't take longer to beat it. Should I have done more side quests even though I had beaten the main story already? It had me thinking like, damn, maybe I should hop back into Skyrim if he's still playing it years later. But I think that's what's nice about it, is everyone's experience is a little different. Also, funny side tangent, when I first played Skyrim, I had no idea that fast travel was a thing. So I literally walked to every location the game wanted me to go. Like, my ass was constantly walking up and down the mountain to see the fucking graybeards. A game in my library that's still haunting me is Sunset Overdrive. This game was the one Xbox exclusive to really make me reconsider getting a PS4 at the time. And finally, years later, when I built my PC, I got to play it, and I love everything about it. But why can't I pull myself to finish this game? Fuck. But why can't I pull myself to finish this game? I've put in a good solid 15 hours into it, but I have yet to complete it. The main thing that's pushing me to finish this game right now is to be able to talk about it. Hopefully this video is the kick to push me. This is not at all to shame anyone who hasn't finished games. Like, I get it, seriously. I'm someone who's really indecisive. Like, I'll say to myself, yeah, I want to play some Death Stranding, or do I want to play some Fall Guys instead? It also may be burnout you're feeling from playing games. Take the time to enjoy other stuff like reading or watching movies. I also think it may not be the greatest experience to force yourself to finish a game. Playing video games should mostly be a hobby to entertain us in our spare time. There's something to enjoy, not a chore. But I think this entire video is mostly just coping for my wallet. I think there's multitude. Fuck. I think there. Fuck. Fuck it.